Today is episode 24, 24.md. Right. So, if you remember, okay, for improving problem solving, right? So, we have used one is Project Euler, right? The second one, which I want you to basically create an account, I've said this, right? So, long back. Okay, I'm giving you this links, right? So Project Euler will not give you programmatic solutions, but it will definitely give you some problems. So let me go to projecteuler.net. And this will basically give you some of the problems which you can solve. And when it comes to hacker rank is something which can help you in basically building or solving your skills. So the other thing which I want you to do is go and create an account in HackerRank, right? So over here, you can go and sign up using any of the accounts, right? So you just sign up and code, yeah. So you can use any of your existing credentials. So let me log in with my GitHub account. Okay. So over here, are you seeing basic problem solving? So you can go with basic problem solving, right? And then you can proceed. Okay, so it will try to tell you what are your names and all of that stuff, right? So you can practice the stuff over here. Are you seeing Python basic? Okay, so you can continue practice on Python. Okay, you can continue practice on problem solving. So I want everyone in this classroom, right, no matter whatever your experience is, right, to start solving these problems, right? So initially start with easier problems, right? So as we learn the topics in Python, these are the different topics in Python. You should be able to solve all of them. Am I clear on this, sir? Right? So if you are unable to solve this problem, that means that there is something wrong with your learning. So https://hackerrank.com. Okay. So what we will do is, right, today, to encourage you doing that, today I'll be creating, okay, a Python project, okay, which is object oriented. Obviously, everything in Python is object oriented, but you can write a scripted format also, which is object oriented. And this package will help in having all the classes necessary to solve Project Euler problems. Am I clear on this? So whenever we are creating a project in Python or in PyCharm, the basic background around it is internally PyCharm creates a virtual environment, and I'm quite sure after yesterday's class we understand what a virtual environment is. Yes, sir. Is that a right assumption to have for me? So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and then I'll create a new project, and this time I'm basically trying to tell that okay, I want to create a project, and my project will be okay, Project Euler. My project will be Project Euler, and I am basically trying to tell create. Okay. I want the project to be opened in this window. If you say that new window, then two PyCharms will be running on your machine. I don't think so you require that. So PyCharm is internally creating a virtual environment for you. Now, all right. So in this library, let's create a menu. All right. So this menu will tell, okay, the user, whoever is executing the program, whoever is executing, right, the project Euler problems which you solved, right? So your menu will be something like this. Welcome to project Euler answers. Okay. So which questions, answers do you want to check? Okay. As of now, right? So here, right now, the problems, whatever problems which you have solved, okay, problem one, problems 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 are solved. So enter your problem number. Okay, so you will ask user to enter the problem number, and then you will, when the user enters that problem number, you try to give a solution to that problem number. Am I clear on this? Yes or no, sir? Right. So when we try to write logic, let's try to make, so we will write, try to make our code as much as reusable, so as reusable as possible. All right. So our project is created. No, I don't want to add it to the Git. I will add it manually. So right now, if you look into our project, right now we have only one file, which is main.py. Okay. So by default, this is a Python stuff, but let us try to add this. Okay. So the first thing which I want to basically write it over here is I want to remove this. Okay. Or I'll remove everything. I will basically retain only this part. Okay. So I will try to tell that if name is equals to main, then print menu. Okay. But I have not defined what is this print menu, right? So for that, I'll be defining a function which is called as print menu. And it is always a good idea to have two words with underscores. So I'm giving this print menu. Okay. So right now, since I don't have too much of code, I'm just writing pass over here. Okay. And then I will try to reformat the file. Am I clear on this, sir? Okay. I have not written any menu, right? Let us look into our first problem of project Euler. What is it? So if you list all the natural numbers below 10, this is what it is. And then sum of all of the multiples of the number, which are of multiples of 3 or 5. Okay. Right. So then basically it will be 23. So I am going to create a package now, or a Python package. Okay. This package I'll call it as problems. So in this problems, I am trying to create a new Python module which is called as project or problem one. Right. So here let me write documentation. This module, okay, does or have all the necessary references to solve the problem from I'll give this project's problems description. All right. So now let me try to create a class which is basically called as, okay, or let me try to give class problem 1. Okay. So when I basically give the initialization of this problem, I will try to take two values. Are you seeing multiples of 3, 5 and the below number. So here we have three inputs. So the first multiple is M1. Second multiple is M2, right? And the third multiple is below number, so max number. Right now I'm writing pass, but I will try to write a docstring. So let me write a docstring. This class is implementation of project Euler problem 1. Okay, right. Now basically here also I'll write a docstring, and here I'll be trying to tell initialize the problem 1 class with, okay, right, multiple underscore 1. So let me, why should I write M1? Let me write multiple underscore 1. Let me write multiple underscore 2. Explicit is better than implicit, right? Yeah, right. So here it is giving me something, right? So I'll add, okay, max. What is multiple 1? Okay, multiple 1. I don't need to write the description. So by default, the default multiple is, right, project Euler problem is about 3. It is about multiples of 3 or 5 and multiples of max, which is 1000. Okay, right. With multiple 1, multiple 2 till max value, right? Now here I'll be writing self dot underscore multiple 1 or multiple underscore 1 is equals to multiple underscore 1. Self dot underscore multiple underscore 2 is equals to multiple underscore 2. Self dot underscore max is equals to max. Am I clear on this? Okay, it tries to tell that there is something called as max, so let me use maximum. Okay, so self dot underscore maximum is equals to maximum, right? Am I clear on this, sir? Now our project Euler problem will try to take 3 inputs. Did we write a class for that? Okay, right. Now what is that you need to find? Okay, the problem's definition is about finding the sum. Okay, so but I will try to create a method which is called as compute. Okay, this method will compute and return the results. Okay, or compute and print the result, right? So it returns nothing, so it will compute and print the results. Okay, right. Now if I want to do this, what is it I need to do? Multiples of 3 or 5, and I have to start from what? 2 to 1000, yes, or 1 to 1000, whatever it is, right? So if a number is multiple of 3 or 5, how will I know about it? Right? How will I know about it? Right? So for that, I am creating a package, new Python package, and this package is something which I will be calling as utilities. Okay. So in this utilities, I am trying to write a Python file which is called as numeric. Okay. So in this numeric utilities, I'll be writing functions. Def, okay, is divisible by of, okay, right, number and factor. So this method will return true, okay, if the number is divisible by factor. Okay. So number true or factor. Okay. Returns true if divisible, false otherwise. Right. So here I'll be basically trying to tell that return, okay, number percentage factor equals to 0. Right. So and let me reformat this file. Number percentage factor is equals to 0. Right. So it is try remove redundant parentheses. We don't need parentheses over here. Right. So what is it trying to tell? Okay, this is fine. Right. So did we write a very simple function now? Yeah. This might be a very simple function, but we will slowly improvise, right? But as of now, what I will try to do is I have to import this. So let me start my import statements. So from dot dot, okay, or from, let me try to create a new Python file over here, which is underscore underscore init underscore underscore. All right. Okay. Now let me try to do this from dot dot problems. What is happening over here? Okay, right. From dot dot utilities import numeric. Okay, or let me try to do this dot numeric, or I can import the whole numeric. Right. Fine. So now what is it I need to do for index in range of, okay. So remember the Python ranges. Okay. So what? How do I write a range function in Python? Okay. Let me quickly go back and go back to the history. Right. So Python, and if I write range of 1 comma 10. Okay. Right. How do I write this? Range of 1 comma 10. We have done that. Help me out. I forgot, sir. Can you please help me out then? How do I write this? Show me the whole range of functions. We have used it hell lot of times, right? So if I write range of 10, what is it I get? Right? Okay. So remember this condition still? Yeah. So I am trying to write for index in range of 1000, right? For index in range of 1000. You don't need unnecessary parentheses in Python. Now remember that in numeric we have written a method is divisible by. right? So let me try to see. Numeric dot is divisible by, right? What is the number? Okay, the number is index, and the number which you need to check is self dot multiple of 1. Okay, so you're writing a condition which says if number is divisible by this, or numeric dot is divisible by, okay, index comma self dot multiple underscore 2, right? So let me do one thing. Okay, so in Python it is not a good idea to have this much lengthy statements, right? So here let me write or. Okay, so I am writing this over here. So what is it trying to tell? Okay, it is trying to tell that there is something expected over there, so you cannot break your statements. Okay, fine, but how will I go to the next line? We'll correct that. Okay, so here then what is that we would require? We would have a result. We would have a result. Result is basically, initially let me assume that result is 0. If this is true, then what I'll be doing is result, okay, equals to result plus index. Am I clear on this? Now I come out of my file for loop, and then I will try to tell print result of project Euler problem 1 is, okay, plus result. Am I clear on this? Or you can use format strings. I'm quite sure we have spoken about format strings. You can do, right? Result. Okay, whatever that makes sense to you, right? So, right? So you can use while, you can use for, the choice is yours, sir. Okay, right? So am I able to compute this? Now let me go to main.py. Now I have something to be solved, right? So let us look out at the description of our problem. What is it I have said, right? So print, right? Welcome to project Euler answers, right? Which questions answers do you want to check? Okay. So right now, problem 1 is solved. Which problem do you want to check, right? Now you want to take the input from the user. So how will you take the input from the user? Input of, okay, enter the problem number, okay, and then that is something which I'll convert that to an integer and pass that, okay. There is no need for me to convert that to integer also, right? So I will try to take the input. So user underscore input, yeah. So since I have only simple statements at this moment, I will be trying to tell if user underscore input is equals to 1, or you can convert that to integer also. Then, okay, in this what I want to do is I want to import something. So what is it I want to import, right? So from problems dot problem 1 import problem 1. So Euler underscore problem underscore 1 equals to problem 1 of, Okay. Euler underscore problem one dot compute. Okay. So that's it. So as of now, I have only this much. But as I start solving more problems, then possibly I'll try to make it more. Right? Am I clear on this, sir? So is my problem looking good now? So we have created a project, right? Everything is looking fine. So let me go into this, right? Good. Now I want to debug this program. So to debug, I'll start my debug from main. So let me put the breakpoint over here. To put the breakpoint, what is that you need to do? You need to just click the line. Okay. Are you seeing run and debug main? So, right. So here are you seeing step over is F8, right? Step into is F7. So I'm executing F8. Right. So print menu. Okay. So now I want to print the menu. So I want to step into this. I want to step into this. So F, right. There is something that has gone wrong over here. Run. First, let me run this problem. Let us see what is the result which we'll get. Python. Okay. Python main.py. Okay. Uh, okay. There is a problem importing numeric over here. Okay. So from what is the problem with init.py? Here things are looking good, right? Let me refactor. Where is refactor? And safe delete. Okay. From dot utilities. Okay. For some time, let me do one thing. I want to resolve this issue, but let me make it simple for you. Okay. So for the time being, I no that forget about this. If I remove this, okay, and if I try to write from okay utilities dot uh, from utilities import numeric. Let us see whether this will work or not. Okay, let me reformat the file. Good. So there is one problem over here. This is showing as error. That's one thing which I'm basically looking into. Okay, good. Now it is working. Right. Now let me go to main.py and then debug this. Run debug main.py. Sorry, saying we are getting print menu. Now, if you want to get inside, we will be saying step into. Okay. And then I'm stepping this print. So I'm asking the user input. Right. So you can go into terminal and answer right whenever you are debugging, what is the input which you want to basically give. Okay. Right. So you can enter all of that user input over here. Okay. Right. So are you seeing the console? What is enter the problem number? Right now I have only one. So if user input is 1, yes, user input is 1. Now we are creating the object. And after creating the object, I am getting inside this. Okay. Now let me run this. So are you seeing it is working? So I'll just say continue execution. Okay. 2333168. That is the answer of that question. Okay. So let me show you the debugging again. I have gone into main.py. You have to just click on wherever you want to stop. So let us assume that while the construction of this code, if I want to stop, I'll click a mouse over here. This will be my breakpoint, right? So over here, I want to stop the execution. Now I'll go and say run debug main. So it is basically, it will ask what is your current execution. So if you look into this debugger, right? So right now, where is the current execution? So you can look into all of this. So this is a debugger, right? This is a console, and the problem which I want to execute is 1. Sorry, saying. So it is creating the project. So what is the value of self dot multiple 1? It is 3. So step over F8, step into F7. So if you see, it is going over here. And now I want to step into. So it is again step into, and step into is this button or F7, right? Now you execute this command, right? I am basically continuing the execution, which is F9. But if you look into the console, it will try to give you the problem solution. Am I clear on this, sir? Were we able to execute this? Okay. Yeah. Now, let me quickly go to problem 2 now. So what is problem 2? Problem 2 is Fibonacci series, right? So to add problem 2, what I'll do is I'll be basically going over here and then creating a new Python file. So let me add a new Python file and let me call it as problem 2, right? So in this, I'll be creating the class again, class problem 2, but class name should always start with a capital letter. So problem 2. And now, what is this problem trying to tell us, right? So let me write the documentation about this, right? So this class is implementation of project Euler problem 2. Refer here. This is a link. Okay. Now, in this project 2, what is it trying to tell? A sum of even valued, which should not execute, which should not exceed more than 4 million, right? So now over here, let me create initializer method, def underscore underscore init self comma maximum, and the default value of maximum is right. So I'm removing this pass. Okay. So this initializer, okay, takes the maximum value. If you want to test your program for different values, you can always test that. That's the reason why I'm trying to give it. All right. So default value is 4 million, can be changed for debugging, right? So over here, I am writing self dot, okay, underscore maximum equals to maximum. Now, okay, let me try to compute. Def compute. For all the methods, I'll be using a compute method which will basically do the calculation for you. So this method will print the result of the project Euler problem 2, right? Good. So it will not return anything. Now, what is it I need to do? I need to start with the Fibonacci series, right? So start equals to 1, or I can say first equals to 1, second number is equals to 2. So it starts from 1 and 2, right? Okay. So you can try to tell that, okay, result is equals to 2, because sum of even valued terms in first and second there is already a result. Okay. So now while, so you want to continue this execution, right? While you can basically try to tell that while first plus second is less than self dot underscore maximum. Okay. Now, right, result equals to first plus second. Okay. If, okay, I would use is divisible by method still. Okay. Import or from utilities, import, what was it? Numeric. So here you will be trying to tell that if numeric dot is divisible by, okay, what is the number? Result. And is divisible by factor is 2. That means it is a even number. That means it is a even number. So then result equals to, okay, this is not result, this is temp. Okay, right. Then result equals to result plus temporary number. Okay. Now after this calculation, what you should do is whatever is in first, second should be your first, and whatever is in temp should be your second. This is something which you have solved long ago, right? Now that's it. You are doing your computation again. You continue this computation until it makes sense to you, right? Then you will try to print the result. So print, okay, result of the project Euler problem 2 is, okay, I will use format strings. I'll use F, and then here I will try to tell result. Am I clear on this, sir? Okay. I am reformatting this file so that everything is as per standards. Okay. Now I'll go to main.py, and then I will try to tell that, okay, right now problem 1 is solved. Problem 1, comma, problem 2 is solved, right? Slowly this loop becomes very much horrible to handle, but it's okay. We'll fix that. If user underscore, okay, okay, elif user underscore input is equals to 2, okay, Euler underscore problem, okay, I'm removing this. I'll make it very much simple. Euler underscore problem is equals to, right? From this, what is that I need to import? Problem 1, comma, from problems dot problem 2, import problem 2, right? So Euler dot problem is equals to problem 2. If you slowly see, as we start doing more of the stuff, there is lot of unnecessary things that will try to come. So for example, why should I do this many times? Is there not a better way, right? So why should I write the same code within if conditions when only this is changing? So can't I do it better? So all of the answers of that questions will make you a better programmer, that is a basic choice, right? That is how we are basically going to proceed now. If you want to debug your program, right, so same story. You will try to ask the user input, and then you will try to tell them debug main. Okay, so enter your problem. Okay, I'm trying to tell that I want to enter problem 2. So then it says, okay, now my user input is 2. Okay, then it is basically creating a project. Okay, now I will get into compute first, second, right? So it will continue execution. Okay, so, right, so it will continue its execution. Okay, am I clear on this, sir? Okay, right. There is one mistake which I have done in the program. It is not result, it is temp. Okay, right. So this is something which I need to do. Okay, So did we add our second class, and were we able to reuse some method from utilities numeric.py? Okay. Slowly, right, as you write more programs, right, we might require more number of reusable methods or more number of reusable classes, right, and all that. Okay, right, sir. So shall we go to problem 3? Right. So it is trying to tell that prime factors of 13159 are whatever it is. What is the largest prime factor of? So in utilities, what I'll do is I'll go to numeric, and then I will try to basically define, okay, is, okay, prime. You pass me the number, I'll try to tell you whether this number is prime or not. So this method will be used to determine if the number passed is prime or not. Okay, number on which check has to be performed, right, and then returns true if prime, okay, false otherwise. Is the code looking good, sir, as we start documenting this? Right. So right now I will try to tell that, okay, is prime number is equals to true. Okay, right. So T should be capital. Yeah, is true. Right. This is my default assumption. Now what I will do is, what is a prime number? Right. For index in range of, okay, number slash slash 2. Okay. So if you are, sorry man, I was writing JavaScript in the morning. Right. So if you are basically trying to calculate the index, okay, right, so you will never find a factor which is greater than half of it. You will never find a number which is greater than half of it. So I'm trying to tell that if, okay, is divisible by, okay, if the number is divisible by index, then it is not a prime anymore. So is underscore prime number equals to false. Okay, or you can simply say, okay, let me do it in this way. Is underscore prime number equals to false, right, and then you can try to tell that there is no point in me continuing this loop, and then you can try to tell that return is underscore prime. Am I clear on this, sir? Right. Okay, sir, are you asking me to explain this for loop? Are you serious? We have done this, sir. We have done this in the class, right? Number by 2 plus 1 doesn't matter. Okay, it really doesn't matter, right? So range of number divisible by 2 plus 1. Okay, right, sir. So if you have missed any of this stuff, please go through previous videos, right? So I can't explain all of this because we have done all of this, sir, in the class, right? Now I have a method which will try to tell that if the number is prime or not. Let me go back to problem 3 now. So what is this problem 3 now? Problem 3 is, okay, what is the largest prime factor of it? Okay, right? So let me go and then create new Python file, which is problem 3, right? So I don't want to add any of the stuff. Okay, so I'm trying to tell that class problem 3. Okay, and then let me write pass. Okay, pass means I have not implemented the class yet. This is implementation of project Euler problem 3. Yeah, at here. Okay, now define underscore underscore in it. Okay, and what is the number which we need to pass? This is the largest prime factor. Okay, of prime underscore factor. Okay, or number. Let me call it as number to be very specific. By default, I'm passing whatever number has been passed to it. So I'll try to tell self dot underscore number is equals to number. Now I will try to simply say def compute of self, right? So here also let me write pass and let me try to write the documentation, right? So initialize problem 3 with default number stated in the problem. If you want to give a different stuff, you can always do that, right? Similarly, self. This method will compute the result of problem 3. Simple, sir. Now, this method will not basically print, it will just print anything, right? So, now over here, what is that I need to do, right? For index, okay, in range. If you remember, okay, so how to print the, write the range statements? So, in the range, we can write reverse statements also, right? Yes or no, sir? Okay. So how to write a range which comes in a reverse order? I'm not sure whether you guys have done this or not, but we have discussed about all of this. For I in range of, okay, 25 comma 20 comma minus 1, okay, print of I. Did we forget this already? Forgot this already, right? Sir, if you forget these kind of things, it would be very difficult for me to answer, right? So for max, okay, till 1, right? And what is the largest prime factor possible? Divided by 2. Okay. So come to 1 in the step of minus ones. Yes or no? So I want to start with range of half. Okay. And then I want to come to 1. So if you basically see, it will not print 1, it will go till 2. Okay. And then it will try to check this. Now the first thing which I need to find out is whether this is prime or not. Whether this is prime or not, right? So to find out if this is prime or not, what is that I need to do is if, okay, we have already defined utilities method. So from utilities import numeric, right? So, and if you remember in the numeric, I have method which is called as is prime. If the index is prime, okay, but calculating prime number is a very difficult option, right? So what we need to do is if numeric dot is factor first of all, okay, that is divisible by, okay, what is number is basically self dot underscore max. Oh, this is self dot underscore number. That is where it is cribbing by 2. Self dot underscore number. Okay. And the factor is index. Okay. If that is the case, and if the number is a prime number, then print largest prime factor of self dot underscore number is index. And then there is no point continuing this, just break your code. Am I clear on this, sir? Okay. So slowly as you are writing code, are the methods becoming reusable? Right. So here you have to write and. Sorry. Okay. Right. So I basically need to go to now main, and then I need to implement this project problem 1, 2, and 3 are solved. And now if you see, basically it is becoming hectic for me. So user input is equal to 3. Then copy paste the same implementation, but rather than trying to tell problem 3, try to tell that problem 3. But to import problem 3, you need to write from problems dot problem 3 import problem 3. So why should I do all of this? Slowly all of these questions will take us into a right path. Okay. So I've just solved 3 problems. But with the 3 problems itself, we are seeing some of the redundancy, right? With the 3 problems itself, are we not seeing some redundancy? Are we not seeing some improvements? Yes. So how we will proceed further? Okay, where we will try to become effective with Python. Right? Am I clear on this, sir? So now what I want you to do is, I have created a project called as Project User. You create a project called as HackerRank also. Right? So in that project called as HackerRank, try to create HackerRank problems and try solving them one by one, and try to have a solution which will have all of the problems which you have solved. Am I clear on this, sir? Right? So let me commit this code. Okay. So C drive Python classroom. Today I might not have a lot of notes. Okay. So let me go over here. Get status. Get add. Why is PyCache getting added? PyCache should not be added. Get ignore. Right. Star. Okay. 1 minute, sir. Let me correct this. Get status. Okay. Star that underscore PyCache. Okay. Where is that? PyCache underscore. Right. Now let me save this. And now let me execute get status. Good. Fine. Now get add dot get commit -m added September 1st programs. Right. Okay. Now let me push this and let me add this stuff to the classroom notes. Right. So we have tried to solve 3 problems in our newly created project Okay, located at, let me give you that link. Okay, let me go over here. August 20, Project Euler. Okay, okay. So exercises, try Python problems in HackerRank and create a project similar to what is done for Project Euler over here. Okay, so slowly we will find lot of reusability, right? Thanks, sir. Thanks for your time, and we will meet again tomorrow to continue this discussion. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. For more videos, subscribe our channel and click on bell icon.